Now, this melanin also has an alkaloid in it. This is what causes the dopamine in the brain to produce and to cause certain structures of dimensions within the brain to come forward into our vision. See, we think that melanin is just something that gives us hue, but melanin gives us a tower to be able to see ourselves from somewhere else out of space, even though we are in time in these physical bodies. So we are actually high, on a natural high, right? Experiencing a human life, which we're somewhere actually working through our DNA to be able to play the game that we're playing. What happens when you play the game and you lose life force? The game is over, but you're able to reincarnate to come back into that game to start off at that stage that you left off. So our melanin is a tower which allows us to be able to be broadcasted into certain dimensions. And because we have every single force inside of this melanin, right, we can broadcast into many dimensions at one time and still be out of space. And other forms of time are being created. Every time we leave 7 cycles within one dimension, we go into another dimension to complete 7 more cycles. This is where your 7-day theory comes from in your Bible, where your 7 chakras. You got 7 entities that you are expressing in this one dimension. And when you dream, you can go to any 7 lifetimes to become one of these beings that you are, whether it be in time or outer space. And the ancestors are taking over the stations of our perception by way of the broadcaster system, which I said before is that melanin. That brown stuff that is flowing through our body is a force that is connected to all times. But the root of it is in space. But it acts as a wheel. It lands where it may be for the time that it should be. This wheel that we are in space, right now as we speak, right? But we can't see it or we can't experience it because we are inside of a brain, trapped, having a human experience. But we are those wheels above our head. That's in space. See, when you are in space and in time, you got a barrier in between you. But that doesn't mean that you don't exist in both places. So when the government talking about going to space or sending missiles up to space, that means they're trying to attack you from space and they're attacking you in time by way of the foods, the water, the ELFs, which is the extremely low frequencies, right? The stuff that they spray in your community at nighttime when you are asleep. See, chemicals are sounds. We are physical forms of sounds. We are all creating space that they cannot get to. This is where we really are. We are buried in that light that is inside of darkness. And that light is about to come out of darkness, right? To give us another perception. And that barrier soon is going to break. Because those sounds that they are letting off, those artificial sounds, because a lot of people don't know that you can create artificial sounds, which will initiate artificial images, initiate artificial perceptions. So everything that you see in physical are artificial sounds in the form of a physical object. But as soon as that sound is shut down by the natural sound of the sun, it is over with. We are peeking at ourselves from space through our DNA. That's the only way we can see ourselves through that barrier. We have to peek through our DNA from space because our DNA is in space, and this is why they are so infatuated with space. Because they know that that force that we call melanin that is flowing through your body is really that dark matter that they are studying in space. There are voices now flowing through this dark matter or this melanin in our body. And the chlorophyll in plants is similar to the melanin, and now they are even sending messages through the plants. And this is why it's safe and more intelligent to eat plants, because plants are envelopes for messages out of space. Plants can see things in space that we can't. So when you eat plants, and you don't eat a lot of this stuff that's repelling intelligent perception from your physiological structure, you will soon be able to see, entrapped in your DNA, the defense that you need for the world that is coming. Peace.